Okay, I'm done being angry about Dr. Oz. You know what? Let them have their fun. If this is one Sony Pictures television franchise helping out another Sony Pictures television franchise, then fine, whatever, let's just get through this together. It turns out they've actually already shot Dr. Oz's episodes, so it's coming whether we want it or not, so whatever, Sony, you do you. I mean, I'm sorry for the contestants who got to play that week. These are people who might have gotten the call just before Alex crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and then they show up on the morning of shooting day, and what's he doing here? But, you know, we have to remember, like, as a community, that this is a network TV show. It's syndicated, sure, but it's on network television. Their job is to reach as many eyeballs as possible. It's great and all to double down on reaching out to the nerds or to the people with serious quiz cred or people that are super fans of, like, trivia as an art form, because the sanctity of the show and the importance of Jeopardy in popular culture, and especially during a time of historically egregious ignorance. Am I refuting what I said in my last video? I hope not, but maybe. But the thing is, this show isn't just for us. If it was, it would be better off on Netflix or YouTube, where only people who truly cared about it would ever have to watch it. But it's on mostly ABC, which is trying to reach as many people as possible, including the vast majority of Americans who've never been to a pub quiz and who haven't memorized the presidents in order, or who wrote the poem that's inscribed on the Statue of Liberty, or what the winning word was in last year's Scripps Howard National Spelling Bee, or whatever. People have hobbies and passions other than the relentless pursuit of unconnected facts, which, fine, I guess. But the way it's currently set up, Jeopardy needs to find ways to keep them engaged as well. As the nerdiest show on primetime network TV, they have to work to make sure they don't climb too far up their own butts. Sorry, too far up into an ivory tower. They're entertainment first, and the standard bearer for popular American intelligence second. Those are the two masters they're serving, and they're serving them in that order. Oh, and of course, they're not a charity. Sony Pictures Television is very definitely a for-profit enterprise. But clearly, they respect the sanctity of the show. They always have. That's why Alex Trebek was able to stand at the helm of this show for 36 years, even after shaving off that bitchin' mustache. That's why they're spending all this time looking at candidates to replace Alex. They know this is a big deal, and they want to do the right thing. And whoever they settle on, I trust and I believe and I hope they're going to be a choice that we all more or less will be happy with. Nerds and non-quiz Americans, everyone. But they do also want to grab eyeballs. And throwing Dr. Oz onto the docket is a decision that sure as hell is going to do that. I mean, we're talking about it. I still think it's a terrible idea, but I see why someone shoved his card into the deck, is all. In fact, just be warned, it would not shock me if there were another stunt cast or two a-comin' in this interregnum period. I did a quick scan through the other Sony Pictures television properties, and I was thinking about who could step in for a week. And there's Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul. There's Ben Bailey, because Cash Cab is a Sony property. That's a thought. The Crown is a Sony production. And, oh man, if I showed up on set and we were still mourning Alex, and they told me this week's guest host is Olivia Colman. Freddie Highmore from The Good Doctor. Who knows? I hear Woke is a good show, and I don't know anyone from that show except for Sashir Zameda, but she could host Jeopardy. Sashir could host Jeopardy. She'd be good. For the record, I have no inside information whatsoever. Zero. Do not read anything into this. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall. Look, what I'm saying is, it's gonna be okay. Yes, Dr. Oz guest hosting is a betrayal of the fact-based world, but people who really care about that stuff are gonna have a hard time walking away from Jeopardy anyway. I think the bigger problem is that there aren't enough trivia-based game shows out there. We're putting too much weight on Jeopardy alone because we kind of have to. We've got to diversify quizzing as, you know, a nation. So cheer for The Chase and The Weakest Link and all the other ones out there. Let's all lean on Sony to do the right thing, ultimately, and once a new host settles in, may they have a great decades-long run like Alex did. But also, don't stop tweeting at Jeopardy about how bad a choice Dr. Oz is. He really does kind of taint the whole concept. But as a publicity stunt, it kind of worked. Let's leave it at that. Let's hope they leave it at that too.